Greetings folks, welcome back to the channel. Well, another what I've made video. Haven't put one out for a couple of weeks because I've made stuff that's, basically the same as I've made before. But I got a few nice ones this week. I've got 3 woodlows which are only available to my members and very good customers, so just don't ask me for it unless you're a member. And 1 bush tool, which is quite a nice bush tool. Right, I'll do the bush tool first. So here we have an ABL bush tool in what I sometimes call an antique pattern finish. It's antique basically because there's some figuring in the leather, so after you dye it and seal it, it looks quite antique, so why not call it antique? Right, the knife. So this is a bit special because my customer wanted an wanted a bush tool, but was a bit undecided on the handle, so he said, I'll leave it to you. I said, do you want me to make you something a bit special? Yes, please. Right, so he left it to me. Right, we have up front, let's call it a bolster. We have green linen micarta, and this is the last piece of this I had. And it's framed with red G10. On the rear, I have dyed stabilized massa birch, stainless tubes, and the customer did request mosaic pins, and I had these with red in them to match that, and I put it on a white liner, and with the sheath I did white stitching to match that white liner. So I think that turned out really nice, and that's a complete one-off. I'm very pleased with that one. Woodlows, woodlow profile let's call them, because they're not really woodlows because the handles are quite a bit bigger. And I would say the blades are a bit pointier, and they're also 3.5 thick, not the 4 of a woodlow, and I don't bother with a tapered tang because there's no point, absolutely no point. Right, so this one is going to Rob in Sweden. This is the most basic one I've done this week, and that is black canvas micarta scales with stainless bolts. There's no liner on it because this material is thick enough, doesn't need a liner. The sheath is a new one I tried with a thumb ramp. No. So now Rob likes to carry his sheath in his pocket, so he wraps that around his belt and sticks that in his cargo pocket. And my suggestion was I put a thumb ramp on it. It's a bit more work, but yeah, turned out nice. And a map pattern coyote kydex sheath. There we are. So that's going to Sweden. Another one now, and this one's a mid-brown sheath, belt sheath with white stitching, and this one is for a very good customer of mine here in the UK. And we have ironwood scales, my last pair of ironwood scales, on a double white and black liner with stainless bolts, and he also requested a mosaic pin. So put a mosaic pin in there, and that's got a black insert, so matches the black liner. I put a white glow in the cord dark glow in the dark cord on it. There we are. And one more, and this one's going to a good customer of mine in the US of A. So another mid-brown sheath, red stitching, and we have a white linen micarta bolster framed with red G10 liner and a dark green main liner. Brass pins up front, brass mosaic pin there, brass tube, and that is curly birch. There we go, and this also comes in Kydex neck sheath. So a light coyote neck slash shoulder slash pocket, whatever you want, sheath. There we are, all done. Right, back to the grind now. I am literally grinding next. There we go. So that's what I have made in the past week. Right, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your comments. I certainly appreciate a thumbs up. Till next time, ta-ra.